Do I want? No! No! Don't shut me up!
Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and in today's video, we'll be breaking down some of the rudest interactions with actors from both fans and co-workers alike. But before we get into that, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button to join our notification squad. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 rudest actors in Hollywood. In at number 10, Mel Gibson.
I deserve to be first until I burn the house down. But me first.
What's even more disturbing is that what you just heard was the fourth phone call, and surprisingly enough, that one was the least aggressive out of all of them. The odd thing about Mel Gibson is that throughout the 80s and 90s, he was like a nice and well-respected leading actor. He was becoming well known for movies like Lethal Weapon, and some believe that his ego just started getting a little too big. These vicious voicemails are the result of a drinking problem combined with coping that he was no longer Hollywood's go-to guy. With that much pent-up anger and untreated mental illness, he was destined to be one of the rudest actors in the scene. In at number 9, Jon Hamm.
I have the nerve to not be in love with Jon Hamm.
What happened?
I just think he's like douchey. Like, I've known Hammy since he was a doctor on some Lifetime show.
Say what you will about Kathy Griffin, but I actually feel bad for her in this scenario. Here she is getting invited to an exclusive Hollywood dinner, getting to meet Jack Nicholson for the first time, only to have Jon Hamm right in her ear. No matter who you ask in Hollywood, most people will fawn over how much they adore Jon Hamm, yet Kathy has consistently upheld that he is one of the rudest celebrities that she's ever met. In her memoir, she wrote about how Hamm had repeatedly harassed her at a party for no reason whatsoever. While intoxicated, he called her old and topped it off by saying that her career was a failure. It's no wonder he worked so well as Don Draper in Mad Men, because that's actually who this celebrity embodies most. In at number 8, Christian Bale.
Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the f*** is it with you?
When this tape leaked, Christian Bale not only had to go on a press tour for his new movie, but an apology tour as well. That Christian Bale rant had so many expletives in it, I was almost certain we wouldn't even be able to use the clip. While filming The Terminator Salvation, a crew member had accidentally walked onto the set, interrupting Bale while he was acting. This sent the celebrity into a downward spiral of anger where the F word suddenly became punctuation for his sentences. He nearly stopped all production on the movie just so that he could release his frustrations on the hard-working film crew. We get that some acting requires intense focus, but regardless, if someone breaks that focus, that doesn't give the actor license to scream at other people. They're humans too. In at number 7, Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones definitely gives off those vibes that he'd be a grumpy old man in real life, but don't take my word for it. Listen to Joan and Melissa Rivers, who actually had to come into contact with him.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, no question.
He's at the top of everybody's lists. Why? Because he doesn't want to be there. He's unhappy doing the red carpet.
They've had direct interactions with the celebrity, and every time that they're asked this question, they put him as the worst to deal with. Joan has stated before that he acts like a snob because he went to Yale and therefore believes that he's better than everyone else. In at number 6, Sean Penn. Sean Penn is no stranger to letting his true colors shine bright. In 2009, he assaulted a paparazzi and vandalized his car, and he once served 60 days in jail for punching a background actor and had to do 300 hours of community service for kicking another photographer. And then in 2013, while he was at a restaurant in a swanky San Francisco hotel, he witnessed a guy trying to just take a photo of him, and he freaked out again. Is Sean Penn secretly a vampire that doesn't want his soul removed from taking photos? Like, I honestly don't get it. I understand how this could become very annoying after a while, but it still doesn't excuse this kind of disruptive behavior. According to TMZ, he walked over and slammed the man's phone on the table before telling him that he would make him eat his phone. Then, as he was being escorted out, he screamed, "Do we look like zoo animals?" Yikes. In at number 5, Jared Leto.
Big ups, man. Yeah, nice.
What's your name?
Grinder.
Oh, okay. I'll get
Jared Leto certainly has had his awkward moments in the press and on stage, as you saw there. Upon looking into interactions with the celebrity, I found multiple articles about how he terrorized the cast and crew of Suicide Squad. He fully committed to the role of the Joker, and it was, well, nasty to say the least. He treated Margot Robbie as if she were Harley Quinn, so imagine that kind of daily dialogue. Plus, he sent her a rat as a gift. And before they even started filming, Leto decided to give everyone on set a gift. Sounds nice, but nope. Viola Davis witnessed the incident and said he did some bad things, Jared Leto did. He gave some really horrific gifts. He had a henchman who would come into the rehearsal room, and the henchman came in with a dead pig and plopped it on the table, and then he walked out. And that was our introduction to Jared Leto. In at number 4, Tobey Maguire. Looks like Tobey becoming Spider-Man was a terrible thing for his ego. Aside from having a terrible reputation with fans who just want autographs, Tobey's rude behavior has even been documented in the memoir called Molly's Game, which was later then turned into a movie with Jessica Chastain. The author Molly Bloom said that Tobey actually offered her a $1,000 poker chip at a high-stakes game in 2014. But there was a catch. She said Maguire told her to bark like a seal, and when she refused, she said Maguire told her, "I'm not kidding. What's wrong? You're too rich now? You won't bark for $1,000? Geez, can't get ruder than that. Or can we?" In at number 3, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones apparently really did a number on a young fan of hers way back, and it truly is unforgivable. The woman remembers going to an advanced screening of The Mask of Zorro when she was only 8 years old, and she actually had a chance to interact with Catherine, and she excitedly told the star that she wanted to be an actress as well. The woman then said, "She turned to me, looked me up and down, and said, 'You're pretty enough, I suppose,' then went back to her conversation." The woman went on to claim that in many ways that moment was the turning point when she went from feeling at ease in the world to constantly thinking about how everyone was judging her based on her appearance. Damn it, Zeta-Jones. In at number 2, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell is a comedian and known for crossing the line a few times, even as she worked as a host for The View. Unfortunately for Rosie, she never really learned to kind of turn off that rude behavior, that attack dog style commentary, and especially when it came to her personal life. According to reports, the reason why she was fired from The View was due to multiple people on set saying that she was far too mean to finish the season with. That was in 2007 and meant that she wouldn't even complete the first season of the show. Rosie did eventually return back to the program later on, but promised that she would be a much calmer version. However, that comeback only lasted 5 months after she released her contract to focus on her family following a divorce with her husband. Entertainment Tonight had interviewed some of the staff that worked with O'Donnell, and here's what they found. O'Donnell, who has a reputation as a demanding and sometimes abrasive boss, didn't feel like her strengths were being properly used by ABC, according to those close to the 52-year-old comedian. Adding to the problem, there was also tensions with co-host Whoopi Goldberg and behind-the-scenes executive turmoil as well, which recently shifted to management under ABC News. Rosie confirmed to be rude. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is without a doubt a legendary comedic actor, but all of those pratfalls he did in his youth must have really turned him into a grumpy old man. He has earned himself perhaps the worst reputation in Hollywood just from being extremely difficult to work with. I mean, when it works, but most of the time he is a huge pain. When actor and comedian Robbie met Chevy at the Upright Citizens Brigade show, he was so excited that he accidentally interrupted a conversation that he was in. Rob was a longtime fan and just couldn't contain his joy, but Chevy responded by slapping him in the face and then said, "Can't you see I'm talking to somebody, kid?" And that has been the top 10 rudest actors in Hollywood. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editing team for making me look so good. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us your comments down below. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy.